It's like a pizza crunch without the batter. It's like the wood juice without the water. You'll never get the knickers off her. What the fucking chance? Premeditated batter. Premeditated batter.
Aye, no,
I
mate.
don't even drink bucky, that's why I don't drink.
Do you know, no? But never?
Used to, mate, when I was younger, man, but...
You just end up sick with it?
I went half at my 16th birthday, mate. I whacked 2 half bottles, man, and started waiting my guts up and just never touched it since.
Oh, really, aye?
Aye.
Mate, it's got the capacity to do that, mate. It fucks up your insides, man. Think of all the shit that's in it. It's like caffeine, fucking sugar and all that. See, the thing is, mate, see if I fucking drink bucky, mate, I don't know. If I'm on it, like, I can sit and have a few beers and really want gear. See if I drink bucky, mate, I'm like, I need to get some gear. I don't know what it is.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's weird. I think it might be the pure caffeine crash.
That's what it will be, and you'll want to pick yourself
So I
back
think
up.
all the sugar, all the caffeine, and that crash. So I'm like, right, I need something to pick me back up, and you want to move on to the harder stuff. So you're just like, right on the right. So what's been happening? What you been up to, man?
Fuck all, mate. Chilling, man.
Aye, still been making music now?
Making music, bro. I'm about halfway through an EP now.
Are you?
So I've kind of dialed back a wee bit and just focused on that, really, know what I mean? But gotta get that out and gotta start my Spotify and all that.
When are you thinking about getting out? Have you got a date yet?
Just
Roughly?
Sometime in January, I'm hoping.
I started New Year. I seen you were doing an up to standard freestyle. Up to standard to that platform.
I need to reshoot the intro for it.
Oh, do you? Aye.
Aye, they were saying to me, man, because everybody else's was at night and I had done mine at the day.
Right.
So they wanted to reshoot it so it was at night time, so it fitted with
Oh,
everybody
fitted with the
else's,
theme.
know what I mean? So, yeah, I get that. But that one's, I'm actually going to put that on the EP. That's one of what it's going to call that. It's called Welcome to Corder.
Is that the EP's called that?
No, the
song's
called
called
that, but
right.
it's going to be like my opening track. I think. For the new, I'm thinking the name of the EP is going to be Samael Satan.
Samael Satan? Where'd you get that for?
Samael's the devil's name before he was the devil.
Right.
So it's like when I was younger, mate, it's like a wee goody two shoes kinda, know what I mean? I used to be smart as fuck, mate.
I was the same,
I
mate.
used to be really smart, mate, and then I fucking just lost brain cells, know what I mean? But,
I just got older like that. Fuck this, it's probably the ADHD in it, man.
mate, I'm just not early shot, bro. I'm like a goldfish. See fucking that wee fish that I find in Nemo, I'm like, huh? Dory, mate.
Is it Dory?
I just keep swimming, bro. Know what I mean?
That's it, broski. So how was life growing up now? Have you always been for Corder?
More or less, mate. The first gaff I used to stay with my granny and my granda. That was in Springbum, just next to the Tesco and that. But then moved down to Corder in Scapa Street, and then we were only there for about a year and a half. That street was wild, man. That was like the worst street in Corder, know what I mean? So just my ma couldn't get to bed. I can't really remember. I was a wee boy, know what I mean? My ma says cunts were just shouting middle of the night, cunts fighting in the street and all that. So we lasted in there for about a year and a half, and we moved out the other end of the scheme.
Oh really? But the nicer bit of Corder?
Aye.
Or the no as nuts bit?
The no as bad bit, know what I mean? But it's alright.
Nah, decent, mate. So how was it growing up in Corder then? So obviously, as you said, you were a bit of a goody two shoes and that. When did you start getting off the rails?
But first year.
Is that aye?
Aye, man. So, see, going for primary 7 into first year, my head teacher put me through for a mad scholarship for the Glasgow Academy. So I went, man, it was about 10 years it went, or no 10 for my school, but just 10 in general.
Aye.
We all went and sat this mad test, man. There was only one person that got higher marks than us.
Was it aye?
And they went and got the scholarship, mate. So see if I got that scholarship, bro, it wouldn't be me.
So what was the scholarship for?
Because it's like the best school in Glasgow.
So you would you get a scholarship and you go to this heavy prestige
free.
school?
Usually, like you have to pay however many grand a year, know what I
right.
mean? But I was going to go for free.
Right, and they were only taking one cunt out this 10?
The test was to determine who the best cunt out the group
Right,
of people
right,
was.
right.
One fucking cunt bet is
Fuck's sake.
by like 2 or 3 marks. Know what I mean?
Fucking geek.
Know what I mean?
Kid dog.
But I always think about that, mate, because I wouldn't be me.
I know, mate.
I'd be talking like this. And, know what I mean? Oh, we got the skate park, guys.
Long hair, drinking your lager shandies up KG.
Defos, mate. Defos, man. It's right to think.
Aye, so what was that at the start of first year? So what ended up happening after that, man? Do you end up just kicking about with the fucking...
Started kicking about with all the boys from my area, bro. Until then, I was just kicking about with just normal boys, man. It was my cousin. My cousin got me started kicking about with them. And started floating about, mate. Just been doing the hill, man. Started something.
Doing me the hill, mate, like.
Started something bucket stick on that close, man. The rest is history. Know what I mean?
That's it, mate. Fucking, when did you start rapping?
I've always kind of done it, mate, but just for a buzz.
I just done it in kind of your own time, kind of thing?
In school, mate, I'd just be rapping for a buzz, taking a cunt at some cunt, know what I mean? Just making cunts slam, like a class clown, that's my personality, you know what I mean? So, just always an entertainer, mate, even in my family, like, on my wee home videos and that, it's always, oh, Chris, go and do this, or Chris, go and do that. My granda used to dress me in wee, like, three-piece corduroy suits and all that, know what I mean? I'd be up dancing, that, fucking all sorts of mad.
All sorts of performer then,
Aye, mate, all sorts of mad shit, man.
Ah, class, mate. Who was like your inspiration that you kind of made you want to start rapping, or did you have a thought like that at the time?
Never, mate.
So it was just that after that he just as a bam up kind of started.
Just I'd always listened to that, but like I was a cunt that was listening to rap tunes. I wasn't listening to MC tunes and that. Know what I mean? So I'd always liked it. And one thing just led to another, mate. I started fucking about, getting a buzz. Like my pa always brings up this time, man. Like we were sitting stoned in my living room. We're only wee boys, about 13, 14. And I told him that I'd started putting slices of corned beef on my rustler burger. And he's like, what? It's stinking that. I was like, try it, mate. So we done bang, man, made 2 rustler burgers, and I flung a slice of corned beef on it. I gave him it, changed his life, bro.
But were you being serious?
No, I was being serious, mate.
But so you put corned beef in it, is it nice?
It was banging. I've not done it in years, but from what I remember, it was banging, right?
Right.
So I just started just for a buzz, man. Just started rapping about corned beef, man. He still brings it up to this day, mate. He's like, that's the best thing you've ever done. I swear to God.
Can you remember it?
No, can I fuck? Can I fuck? Mate, it might have just been pure fried shit. Know what I mean?
Aye, that's probably the best shit. See them shit off the cuff. The more you try, see if you were to sit down try and write a rap, there's no way you could probably top it. See if you just sing it off the cuff and that. Were you mad with it?
No,
just
I
chilling,
think so, mate. I was just stoned.
Just stoned.
Just stoned. I would been running for a cut of buckets, man, and I flew in for a wee Russell burger. Top up the old energy, you know what I mean? Like, wasn't as handsome as I used to be, man. I used to be a fat wee cunt, you know what I mean? So, yeah, mate.
That's where the power comes from, innit?
That's it, mate. You got to keep warm in the winter.
Hang, mate, because I remember Melrose, he was on the first I had on this podcast, and he was telling us a story about how he realised he wanted to start rapping, and the two of you started kind of doing it together, and that's when you kind of started releasing stuff.
He started before me.
Right.
He had, because I was always in a mind that somebody from Scotland rapping, man, like cunts will try and laugh at me and all that. No, I mean, and they did, mate. No, I mean, like, you get past that stage.
Aye.
But he started first, and it was him. It was if it wasn't for Melrose, I wouldn't be doing it. Know what I mean? So he's like, you should start doing this. You're good at it, not. I was like, nah, and then started releasing these stupid videos on Facebook, mate.
Aye, because I remember, I don't know, when did you start doing it?
Well, proper
releasing?
My first freestyle was 2016 maybe.
2016, because I remember I was actually listening to earlier your wavy freestyle, and you were pure young as fuck.
You get the hair,
you get the hair, you get the cliff and all that. But I listened to that, mate, and it was like, you were fucking shit hot back then. And I was remembered watching it, and I was like, and you could tell you're young, you get the pure baby face and the wavy hair.
Aye, mate, I know, bro.
Was that one of your first? Or was it in the early stages?
That's like during my first year or something, aye.
Was it? Aye.
The first one, I don't think it's not on YouTube anymore, it's been took down, but I had like a blue Nike jumper with like a navy blue, the Nike skip pits. And there was like graffiti behind me and all that. It was my first proper actual one. All the other ones before that were just like, I had put up myself on Facebook.
Aye.
Know what I mean? So,
how'd that get taken down?
Don't know, mate.
Just one of the ones that just disappeared?
Just try, mate. I don't know. I don't think the media channel really does it anymore.
Right. So it's not been anything else. It's just been a case of they've just ceased to do what they're doing. Because I also remember, because I've seen a lot of your stuff on YouTube. I feel like a good few years ago, and there was one. It was like a Scottish versus English rap battle. So it was you and an Arbo. I kind of minded these two English guys, and it was shit hot, mate. But I think
I was steaming, bro.
Were you? Aye.
I was steaming, mate. I was drinking on the plane down. We got a plane down. It was in London, so we get the plane down to London, and the plane back up the same day and all that, mate. I didn't stop, bro.
Did you know?
I was fucked.
What time was the flight at the first one? No, I
can't remember.
Early morning.
No, afternoon, I think. Early afternoon, aye.
Fuck's sake, man. Because, mate, see when you watch it, mate, like...
Man, it must have been about 11ish or something.
They've got to be, I think, going to London, then getting back up to St. Night. They've been early-ish, I imagine.
Yeah, it'd be probably about 11ish, then, aye. Fuck no, I said I was steaming, mate, so...
Catching the off-sales for the opening.
Oh, brutal, mate.
Aye, mate.
I didn't even want to go, I nearly missed my flight home, man.
Oh, really? Aye, what, did you want to slide in there?
Aye,
mate, don't be patching flights home. It's the worst thing you can do.
Oh, brutal, mate.
I done it in the way back from Amsterdam. Amsterdam. Fucking me and my pal patched the flight home, mate, and it was mad. We obviously been out for like the night before. We were staying. We didn't have any money or nothing. I had my suitcase and that. One of my pals was like, "Ah, fuck it." He's like, "I'm going." Then he left and left us two. Then we were just kicking about Amsterdam, fucking like a pair of pure slaughters. I ended up sobering up. I felt I crashed out of this pub and woke up. It was night. I'm like, what the fuck have I done? Had to go and sleep in the airport, man, and all that shit, and try and get a flight, mate. I had to get a flight to Milan, then a flight to Edinburgh, and get the butt. Oh, mate, it was a carry on. See, once you get back in Glasgow, I just hit the ground and kissed it. Know what I mean? Just shite out of the face.
Just flew in, man, fling a suitcase against the wall and do silly salmon onto the bed.
That's it, mate. I got a wash and a pizza. First thing I done in a joint right in my bed. Like, thank fucks. I remember it was when that hang me. The Irishman, you ever seen that with Robert De Niro?
Aye.
That had just came out, so I was like, right, I'll sit and tune into this. But aye, what was I going to say? I've got my questions written down on my phone. I should write them down, but I was about to ask you, so fucking, obviously you're just out of jail. Do you mind talking about that? Or would you rather know?
Ah, that's cool, bro. Aye.
So obviously you're just long did you do in the jail?
6.5 months I was in.
Was it?
I
Aye.
got sentenced to 13, done 6.5.
Since the 13, did you get fully committed?
No, bro.
Oh, so you were out in bail, then you get sent.
Aye,
Mate,
aye.
it's worse getting fucking bail in it, man, because you're like,
I know you'd have been out quicker, know what I mean? So fuck it.
I think, mate, see, I was out in bail for like fucking 2 years, and I just think, obviously, when I get bail before the lockdown started, so I'm kind of glad I never go to jail because I'd have been in through the start of COVID. Were you in? What point did you get in it? When did you
During
in?
COVID, I went in September 4th, 2020.
2020, so what was it still up fucking 24-hour lockdown and that shit?
Aye, the visits were new on it. The visits just restarted about 3 or 4 weeks after I went in, know what I mean? But then they shut off again like 2 weeks after that.
Oh, right, so it was just 1.5?
Aye.
How did you feel being in there, man, with that one?
Sorry, man, the way I thought it was the best time to be there and the worst time. Because the best time because you're not missing it and no cunt else is up to it and else.
You know that you're dubbed up in some cunt's out going
But it's
to
the
the
worst
gym.
time because you can't get fuck all.
Aye.
Know what I mean? It's brutal, mate.
That's what I thought was good about bar. The one good thing, and I say it good with fucking quote unquote, it's like there's no discrimination because every cunt gets fuck all.
Nah.
It's the fucking worst jail, mate. It's a pure dungeon, man.
It's brutal, mate.
So who were you dubbed up with when you first went in?
It was this older guy for the East End, man.
Aye. What was it like being dubbed up with him?
Aye, it was alright. He was sound cunt that, know what I mean? But he was into that mad legal shit, that, man.
Mate, how is it when dubbed up with a cunt like that and you don't smoke it?
Oh,
It's fucking
mate,
brutal, innit?
Brutal, mate. Brutal, bro. He just used to sit in this wee plastic chair, right? And fucking, usually, man, he was dead. Like, he wanted the chase on the telly and all that.
Aye.
He liked on the telly, right? But it was good when he was full of that shit, mate, 'cause if he just sat there, sparkled on his chair, man, he'd be sitting there, mate, he'd drip and all that, and then every so often he would just go, they started heavy laughing, bro. But it was one of the boys I worked with in the gym, man, mad Jack. He was dubbed up by a mad cunt, right? He told me a mad story. His fucking cellmate was just basically the same as mine. He liked that mad shit and he sat in that mad wee chair and he liked to have what he liked on the telly, right? So wee Jack's just been chilling one day, man, and he's looked through and he's noticed the cunt's sparkled and there's something stupid on the telly.
Aye.
So he's like, fuck it, man, I'm going to go down and I'm going to get the remote. So he's jumped down off the bed, man, and went to get the remote. And when he's went close to the cunt, mate, the mad cunt's just done, it's a heavy Jackie Chan move, bro. That's what he got, bro.
Cunt probably thought he was getting his done, man.
It's funny, mate, just done that. He says he just done a mad karate pose, mate.
Talking. Fuck's sake, what did the boy do?
Alright, he's just happy you too, man. Too funny, bro.
Cunt probably forgot he was back in jail, man.
No, you see some cunts in some states on that shit, man.
And mate, it's bad, mate. Apparently the withdrawals is worse than coming off a smack.
Aye.
Because you see, mate, I was dubbed up with a cunt fucking... One night, I get sentenced and put in B-hole, he was out the next day, mate, and mate, you were actually in the nick him, mate. I thought he was going to die.
Aye.
Like, he was like, yeah, all that shit, man. All this
feeling
mum.
sick, going on.
Aye, mate, he done a thing, see what he had to do, because he was trying to get a bit for a pipe before dub up, and he was out the next day, that's how bad he was, so he couldn't get it. So what he done was, he see all his old vapes, see obviously they had the oil still on them. He started like scraping the oil. What was it done? He put it in the kettle. You can put the wee vape thing inside the kettle and it doesn't fall into the water. It's got a wee thing that catches it. So see where the steam comes out of? See where the steam comes
Oh,
out
aye,
of
that
the
wee
water?
bit.
So
Like,
there's
just
a bit there,
sits
so
in
see my kettle in there, if I threw something in it, it would fall into the water, but in these kettles it's got a wee
It's
hang-
got the wee stopper bit.
a wee
Aye,
vent.
Aye.
So he would put it in there, this fucking vape with oil in it, and boil the kettle so it kind of soften the oil up, and then he'd scrape it off with paper, then smoke the paper. That's the shit I cunt was doing.
What the fuck, mate?
Aye,
Why
mate.
would they do that? It's not as if it's doing it to him.
Mate, I think it was just keeping away the withdrawals. I don't think it was getting him done.
Aye.
But he ended up having a heart attack before he got out and all that, like an hour before it, mate. He was up at 7 in the morning requesting a fucking bit for a pipe, that. See the breakfast. Funny pass, man. And boy was it fucking, I don't know, no Ross Rooney, no?
Nah, man.
The Castmilk, he was on the third flat.
I think
So
so.
I went in there first, I was in the third flat. That's him, man. Couldn't have dip a roll fucking hearing and all that day, man. He was like, what the fuck you doing, mate? Didn't give a fuck.
Too funny, man. I swear to God.
Aye, but see, obviously when you were swinging into the jail, I take it you were just coming off of green then, to puffing? Or did you come off it before you get to jail?
No, I was still hammering it.
Well, yeah, how did it feel to see the pure cum down for the first few weeks?
Yeah, see, to be honest, it didn't bother me.
Did it no,
It
no?
didn't bother me, mate. I had more pressing matters in
Aye,
my mind.
I
know
suppose,
what I mean?
mate, see if you try and come off it out here,
Aye,
it is you're
it's
pure
different.
depressed and all that shit, but I suppose in the jail you're just like, alright, I need to go on, mate, 'cause I come down, I end up on it, fucking on a mad bender, I couldn't ask us to go out and play at his pal's birthday, this is like a weekend before I get to jail, and I went out to this gaff in Newton Mearns, and I ended up full of gear, all the rest of it, mad with it, ended up coming back here and sitting in here till like fucking 4 o'clock Monday morning, I was at court at like 9, so I had to get up here, come down, but I get sent away, man, but I was still fucked like come the Thursday, man, then I get remanded like pure broken, man.
Ah, fuck that, mate.
But they done that 10-day quarantine in the first night certain when you get to jail?
Mate, I get it done to me twice, bro.
What do you mean?
So I was in the... Oh, you're talking about when you first go in?
Aye.
No, I thought you were talking about... Because
Are you talking about where you get put in isolation?
The COVID wing, know what I mean? Aye, mate, I get stuck in there twice, bro.
Did you ever catch it, no?
Aye.
Or did you? Did you catch it in the jail?
Aye, bro, aye.
Fuck's sake, what was it
Aye.
like fucking when you get... Who you dubbed up then, cunt?
Aye, it was when I was dubbed up with Chucky.
Oh, right, so did the twos get kicked here, I know I take it?
Well, I had it, right? And then obviously he never says he had it, so I get took away to the COVID wing. And then I came back. And then obviously he's had it when I've came back, and he's just had a test like a day before I've get put back in the cell, and I've get put back in the cell. His results have come back the next day, and the twos have been shipped again.
Shut up, man, so you just came back to one that day, and what the fuck? You know if you're broken, man.
Oh, mate, it was brutal, mate.
Did you catch it twice then, or did you catch it
No,
once?
just the once, mate, just the once.
Fuck's
But I couldn't like taste or smell for like 2 weeks. But it only really affected me for like a day. Came back from work one day, man, and fucking just started before dinner, man. I started getting a pure sore head, so I've ate my dinner and I've went to bed. I hope, man, I feel better tomorrow. And I've woke up, mate, and I fucking literally can't move, man. Pure fucking stuck in my bed, see all my joints.
Aye.
Obviously, there, alright, mate, pure throbbing, bro. Pure.
What?
Mental, mate.
But did you say to the screw, did you think it was COVID right away, or what?
What?
Did you think it was COVID right
I
away?
know, man, but I didn't really say to them. I just said, I'm not got to work, man. I'm fucked, know what I mean? Like, but they put two and two together.
Aye, mate, they're no dad, mate. You fucking sneeze up there, mate. You get them
Aye,
cunts in
bro.
the hazmat suit trying to pin you down.
And mate, big scouse sleeve, bro, where the voice has in me, he's cracking big cunt, mate. He has like asthma and that.
Aye.
He'd been requesting his inhalers for ages and they weren't getting them.
Aye.
We were doing a circuit and the fucking at PT obviously, man, and fucking he started going a mad way and he's been like, oh, I need an inhaler. Mate, they fucking flung him in the COVID wing, mate, saying it was COVID symptoms. Mate, he started heavy dying after it, saying he needs an inhaler, mate, to put him in the COVID wing.
Bet you didn't even give him an inhaler or not.
So did they fuck, mate? Did they
Bastards,
fuck? Obviously,
man.
I've got ADHD, I know, right? So I'd been requesting my ADHD meds the full time I was there, but they never gave me it.
Not once,
Got my doctor to message him and all that, mate. I still never got it.
That's a joke,
I
innit?
don't know, mate. They don't
Was
give
it
a
fair to
fuck.
blame it on COVID or
Don't
not?
give a fuck, mate. They were just saying, because I hadn't been taking them for a while. So they were saying that they needed my doctor to tell them it was alright, but my doctor's just hanging you to say that they gave them. And this is after that, know what I mean? I'm like, I didn't know, but it's not, know what I mean?
mate,
So I
they
just
love-
patched it.
They love making things fucking hard.
I don't even like taking them, man, but my ma was in my ear like, oh, take your balls. You know
Aye.
what I mean? It's like, fuck that. So I've just found it, man, it's micro doses of meth they give you, mate.
Shut up.
I swear to God,
What is it? What medication is it?
I couldn't tell you, mate, it's wee capsule things.
Is it? Aye.
Can't remember the name of them.
Microdoses of meth?
It's meth, mate, a micro dose of meth, mate. That's why I don't like taking them, know
Fuck's
what I mean?
sake, man. Fuck's sake, screws are doing you.
Mate, fuck that, know what I mean? But it's wild because I take that and it calms me down, but obviously you've not got ADHD, that, have you?
See, to be honest, I don't know, mate. Cunts say, a few cunts have says, I think you've got it and that shit, and then I do things and I've got a lot of kind of signs it, but I better get checked for it, and the cunt said I had mild ADHD. Some cunt was like that to me, mate, that's not a thing. But you're either got it if you know how the fuck you have mild ADHD.
Aye, but fucking, I saw that, fair enough, maybe no urine, but say like somebody that's no good, right, like tries to take at me, like a pure ping in it, or not.
Oh, really?
No, I mean, that has the opposite effect. Oh, it's weird.
Do you get fucking withdrawals for it if you want it to come off it?
No, it's not like that.
That's fucking madness, man. Is it Ritalin?
I don't know, but I don't think so, mate. I don't know if that's maybe like the American equivalent or what.
Aye.
I don't know, do you get Ritalin here?
I'm sure you
Yeah, I don't know, probably no Ritalin, and I don't know what it is.
Well, I'm saying, I think you still do get Ritalin, because I was in the jail when, like, this is 10 years ago or something, and I couldn't have it, but I'm not sure, maybe in case I've stopped doing it. But I'm sure, but it's weird, you hear all different cunts getting all different types of medication, there's not just the one. But obviously cunts must have different levels of ADHD, but fuck me, I don't really know that much about it, man. But I was going to ask you about, man, fucking obviously that beef think was started and all that. How did that end up coming about?
I feel chicken dick, man. I'm not a piss, mate. I was at a mad course with a couple of boys.
See that mic, bro, you able to just pull it and
I was
mate champion.
I was at a music course with a couple of boys, man, and fucking got about a week into it, and just randomly one day the boy turned around and oh, Zesh emailed me a tune, man, talk about you and all. I was like, what? Let's hear it. Sight into his thing, man, let me hear it, not. And it was fucking something about it's just best in the country, fuck Sherlock or something, right, where he wants. And fucking, I was like, I ain't bother, man. So I've just done bang straight away and fucking first went onto YouTube in the music course and just typed in dark grime instrumental and just started writing to the first beat of fun, but he done it for nothing, mate.
Oh really?
Just pure.
So you no idea how it happened?
Pure clout chasing, mate. I'd met him before it and pure brand new at gigs and all that. Know what I mean? Just randomly out the blue.
Fuck's sake.
And he was at the jail. He was in the jail at the time. So I recorded it. I wrote it and all that. And I was waiting on him coming out before I done it. And then so I thought he was going to come out and then drop that tune.
Aye.
So he's come out now, and I'm waiting on him to drop it. Not silence. I'm getting pure agitated, man. So I've just done fuck it and just wrote it out. And then he wrote that tune out that I was talking about after it. But this was like maybe 6 months after it, ages after it. And then every cunt thought that was his like reply.
Aye.
But it wasn't at all.
So that was the first, that's what started that?
That was the tune that made me write that, know what I mean? So, I feel chicken dicky boy, man. I don't respect him at all.
So have you spoke about it since or what? Or is it just...
argued a couple of times and all that.
Just through fucking messages and
just
that?
messages, but I've no time for all that, man. I just blanked him half the time, know what I mean? I just like, mate, write a tune about me, mate. Know what I mean?
Aye, because fucking Melrose has talked about it and he says, aye, once you heard it, you kind of wrote that tune on the spot at this.
Aye.
So was
that's
that
what I was talking about at the music course.
Oh, was it this music course? What was the music course then?
The Prince's Trust music course or something.
Right.
I was doing it, man, 'cause I was doing community service at the time. And if I'd done that course, man, I go to stay off for a week to do the course, and I was getting 30 euros took off.
Fuck's
So
sake,
that's
aye, mate. I think
obviously
Melrose has
not-
talked about that. That's fucking class. What was that kind of like music production?
It was, I don't know if you ever heard, it was just random shit, man, really, but it was like, so you ever heard like the Swamp Sessions, like the MC tunes?
Aye, in Pork.
It was in there, the Swamp.
In the Swamp.
And it was in the Swamp,
I've
mate,
never
aye.
been there, but I've heard of it, 'cause I think it was shut after COVID, because even when I started this podcast, I was needing a studio. Somebody to use it and somebody was saying the Swamp, but I've never been in it.
It was there, that's what it was.
I remember the Swamp, in fact, because I remember cunts I used to know when I was at school and that, they would go in there and MC and record it. So it must obviously have that set up. I think it's probably just like Sonny Govern's he done there, but just a mad kind of community hub kind of thing.
It's just like it reminded me like a wee community centre place, know what I mean?
Aye, mate, nice one. So what's the script then? Do you think there's any point in a case of reconciliation? That was issue that if it was to come forward with it or what, or is it man just like, getting a fuck up?
Just get him to fuck, man. Nice for him, bro. I feel chicken.
Only do your own things in it, man.
I mean, I never even replied when I ended that, man, full career.
Aye, but was that fucking, what, after that one you done?
Aye, mate, I fucked him, mate.
So was that, did you just do that thing with? Did you just find that beat on YouTube?
Aye, mate. Just typed, literally, it was like the first beat. I just typed in dark grime instrumental, click play in the first thing, man. I was like, this will do. Boom.
Is Naked ever messaged you saying that's my beat or anything, huh?
Nah.
Never?
It's like most of the YouTube bands are like free to use now.
Oh, are they? Aye.
It's like free for non-profit. Let's see if you're not making a profit off it. You're alright.
Right. But how would it? include bits, see if you're singing it live and if you're getting paid for the gig. That's a bit hard to kind of.
It's just they're not going to be able to track you down.
Unless the fucking evidence and that shit. Because I'm doing that at college now. I do music at college, and that's part of like copyright. Like basically, if you sing a song that you're with the author's permission, you're copywriting, but it's like how can you cunts on the really be able to know if you're doing it?
See, I don't know anything about all that shit, mate.
But you never hear it happening to any cunt. It's only
like, even on the engineer side of it and all that, I'm clueless, mate. I just know how to rhyme words, mate. Fuck knows. Know what I mean?
That's it. Find your art and focus on it, innit?
Mate, I know I'm good at it, mate.
Aye, definitely all that, man. Have you been doing much live gigs since you got out? When did you actually get out?
The 19th of March.
19th of March, so it's
March,
fuck's sake, a fair bit then.
19th of March, I've been out for a while, mate. Aye. Been
Nice.
loving it, man.
What was your plan seeing you were in the jail? Obviously, how did it feel? See, because you were kind of blowing up before the time before you went into jail.
Nah.
What were you feeling when you went into jail? Like, fuck's sake.
But I thought, mate, I just didn't want to be there, man. It's take it in the chin, but
That's it, you need to, don't you, man? That's the way I kind of felt. See, because I had everything as if the ball was pure rolling for me, and then I get the jail because I wasn't expecting it. And
same, bro. I didn't.
well, you know,
no, mate. I thought I was getting the jail. Up until then, mate, I thought I was going to get like community service or something. I turned up to obviously the court that day. My mother was like, "Cash, you didn't know you're getting a custodial today."
So just tell you on the day?
Because mate, they said my social reports were shocking. Mate, the woman must have just took a no liking to us or something, mate, because I know I never got a bad social report, mate. See, my first social reports, mate, I got a fucking 0, mate, and I managed to do my community service in the charity shop. That's how good a social report I got. Know what I mean? This woman just must have no liked us, mate.
Who was the woman?
I don't know, mate.
I got my report. I got a woman for Postal.
Nah, I went to Southside somewhere.
I got Langton Road.
Don't know, some big modern building.
There's one in Chucker Hill. I don't know if that ring a bell.
She's taking me out to North End,
I
mate.
know,
I don't know
it's
where
like if you took me up in North End, I'd be like, where the fuck am I going? Google Maps, mate, directly.
Standard.
So seeing you're in the jail, did you have plans like, right, when I get out, I'm going to do this, that and the next thing?
Aye, mate.
Just writing rhymes and that all the
Just
time?
with the music, really, and said I would get a job in the gym and that, so fucking I was in quite a good shape when I came out. And I said that I was going to do it. I said to myself, I'll have a weekend. I'll take the weekend. I'll go on it. I'll do all I want to do. Then come Monday, back in the gym, do what I want. Boom, boom, boom. Did that fuck, man? It lasted for 5 months, mate. I was on it for 5 months, mate.
What, every day?
No, every day, but
every couple of days?
Most days.
Just enough to get the fucking hangover
for
away?
the majority of the 5 months I was on it. Know what I mean?
Nah,
like,
that's it, mate. You're making up for lost
be
time.
on it for a wee 2-3 days, and then off it for 2 days, and then on it for a day, and then off it for a day, and then on it for 2 days.
Were you going in like straight benders, like no sleeping that?
No, I need to sleep, mate. I can't do that. I
yeah.
used to when I was younger, mate. I can't now, man.
You're better off. I wish I could do it. I end up fucking, see if I end up in the gear and that, mate. I end up coming back to my house and sitting with the curtain shut, sniffing gear, fucking looking at the fucking blinds, thinking there's cunts fucking shouting.
Mate, I'll get to about 28 hours, mate, and that's when I start all that match.
Aye, well, Eric,
know what I mean? And I'm like, fuck that.
Aye, fuck that. Mate, when it gets to that point, it's just no enjoyable after that.
Aye, I know, mate.
Getting pure mad fucking, like, no sleep paralysis, so it's like fucking pure hallucinations and that. You're sitting, the times I've done it, I've ended up in a bender with some cunt. For 3 days I've been with a cunt, and I'll get it like the Sunday, and I'm like, who the fuck is this cunt I'm with? Where am I?
Mad random cunts, man. You've made mad plans. I will go and do this, that.
You ever done it? You've ended up with random cunts and you've sobered up and you're like, who are these cunts?
Aye, man, these cunts are pure bams, man. You know what I mean?
Roasters.
What am I doing here?
You're like, check your house, like, is the jewellery still here, fuck's sake?
I know, mate. Oh, it's fried, man.
So see when you get back out, obviously you went right back on it, but was your plan to start making music right away or that, or did you give yourself a wee chance to break in before you started doing it?
My plan was to do it, man, but it took me a while.
Did it, aye?
As I said, I was on it and that, so it kind of dropped down on my priorities list, which it shouldn't have, know what I mean, but it did, so I can't say it.
Fuck it, at least you got it out your system, I
Mate,
suppose.
I know, it's see now, man, as I was telling you earlier on, man, I'm thinking about a bottle tonight, but I probably won't, because I had my fun. I'm kind of off it now, know what I mean? And I know I'm going to be on it a mad one at Christmas. And I've got a gig coming up actually on, talk about gigs earlier, I've got a gig coming up on the 9th. So I'll be on it for
9th
that.
of January, I think it's December.
December.
So
man,
next week?
Next week, aye. So I'll be fucking...
Where's that?
Be steaming for that. Room 2.
Room 2, but is it a tune?
Aye.
Nice one, mate. I think I might have seen you sharing it. Is it what's the name of the gig, the event?
Show out.
Show Out.
It's my pal. My pal's just started that company up.
Oh, has he? Aye.
Him and a few other people.
Nice one. Are you got to be headlining it?
No, Mike Righteous is headlining it.
Is he? Aye. Mate, he's shit hot. I kind of seen him in Fire in the Booth.
Yeah, he's good, man. He's good.
That'd be class. I'd go to mate. I'm tagged up, man.
I mean, nah, brutal, mate.
It's murder. It's murder. It's only murder for an hour 2 week.
Aye, well, there you go, man. Bang right on it when it comes off, innit?
Mate, I'm saying, mate, I'll end up getting on it, mate, and then I'll be like, fuck this, lock myself in the house again, man. I'm not going out after 7, get that tag back on me, man. That's a good thing, I suppose. That's probably what's kept me off it, but, it's... See, I think I've got it at the best time. It's in the winter, see if this was summer, it'd be busting my balls.
Oh, mate, it'd be brutal, bro. I've seen every cunt out and about doing things, doing what they're doing, know what I mean?
Aye, because I got a curfew when I was 17, mate. I get done with a blade and I was out in bail, and it was a piping one. I had a mad knife and flung it away, and then and my pal threw away a mad blade, and I get off, and I get caught by the cotters, and they fund his blade and said I flung that away. So I was pure like that, pricks. I've told myself I'm pure not guilty here, I'm unjustly done. So I ended up getting put in a curfew, and I was like, and it was during the summer, 17. But 7 o'clock is when every cunt starts coming out. So I'm like, fuck, that's never stuck to it one. So fucking, it wasn't long after that, I ended up getting remanded first time in Parliament, man.
Brutal, bro.
Aye, mate, but the tag, I think it being older. And plus the tag as well, you know, you can't step out the door, you're fucking...
You're fucked, mate.
You're
fucked straight away, you know what I mean?
Nah, man, could you have not get the tag of that, nah?
I tried for it, man, they knocked me back. Mate, it was funny, I know, because I thought I was going to get it, right, so I peeled it, and then I went to my appeal people come out, that. It's like, where you there? The Mary Hull, he's like, your death was not getting it.
Fucking man.
I know, mate, I could do is laugh, mate. I mean, if you don't laugh, you'll greet us. Fair enough, man.
Oh, fuck it, why not? At least it was only 6.5 months. Like, what was it? What would that been if you'd got the tag? 3 months or something?
Aye.
Aye, mate, that must mean you set your fucking heart. Nah, that's what I was trying to just tell myself I wasn't getting it.
That's what I done, mate. I wasn't getting it, and then because of the COVID, they weren't coming out to look at the gaff and all that. They were just doing like phone interviews.
Aye.
So the woman on the phone interview basically said to my man that he's got to get it. You should get it, not. So I'm pure buzzing. Yeah, he's got to get it, not. He'll be going, not. Then get rejected.
Pure
man.
counting your chickens.
Pure heartbroken, no. I mean, fuck's sake.
Aye, mate, it was fucking... It's weird. See, I thought because of COVID, it was heavy overcrowding. See, all that backlogging out of now. There's that many cunts in doing like 2 meters of remands in every hall. Don't know if it's the same as when you're in. They'd remands in every single hall.
Mate,
tap flat and B hall, mate. Pure jungle, mate. Heavy nuts. But I was like, this is probably the best time to fucking get the tag. Because it's packing me cunts, but I cause...
I get cunts out. Man, I was talking to him, we then can't talk about that when you were in, man, talk about doing my release thing again.
I wasn't in when that happened, but I think it happened right at the start of COVID. Was that, did you go in just after that?
I'm saying, like, they done that the first time, then see when I went in, man, they were saying because this wave was like worse than that one, we were going to do it again.
Aye, so obviously
I never heard anybody getting it or that, so I think it was just a jail rumor, know what I mean? Because, I don't know if you heard about it, I know, but there was a hanging about fucking... Every day you spend a day with somebody in the cell, man, you were entitled to like £750 or something, or £150 because of COVID. No, mate, that's why they had jail rumours, mate. You know what I mean? You're like, no bother, man.
Cunts pure counting it up, mate.
No, mate, ask my lawyer, not my lawyer says it's true, no bother, mate.
The same cunt that went to Cottonville Disco, no?
Fuck's sake.
No, I never heard that one. That must have get fucking stamped out quite quickly, man, because that's all cunts with the spoke of it.
Mate, every company's talking about it, that's what I'm saying, that. I mean,
were they?
Nah,
Mace jail rumours are like
but
that.
But it kept on popping up, but for the 6 months I was in, it popped up.
Did you ever sit at one point go, I'm just going to work and see how much I'm owed here, man?
I did, bro. It was something like fucking 37.5 grand. I'm like, no bother, man. As if I'm going to fling out that amount of money to a fucking... Oh, it's my scum, no?
Live grant, 30 grand, live grant, take out in a fucking hold on.
Ah, fuck's sake, man.
Fucking madness. Nah, mate, that's what the jail rumours are like, but man, they're fucking... It's just... It's the same, it's like the shite you hear, like I remember last time I was in, I couldn't get CD mad. Like, see, if they're taking like the trolleys and that to the hall and that shit, I think it's like the wee fucking thing that drives it. See the wee motor?
Oh, the food
trolley,
van, aye.
The food van, some cunt get fucking clipped by it. I don't know if it was a food van or it was a what the fuck, I'm trying to say digger. That digger, see the Gardens cunt kicking about that, it's like the screw. But some cunt get like, fucking, it must have brushed some cunt by that in time he got in the jail. A cunt was in intensive care, he'd been taken out the game and all that. I think he fucking fucked his leg, he got a bruised leg or some shit like that, man. Is that exercise yard, man? It's just full of pure jail waffles, isn't it?
Nah, mate. Every cunt's a jail lawyer, mate.
I know.
I mean, every cunt.
Mate.
But then every cunt's got different opinions on shit, though. I mean,
The worst time is when you realise it is when you're applying for the tag and then cunts say you mention the tag to some cunt.
Oh, you shouldn't have wrote that, man. You started on this now. Okay.
Well, you should to me
Now,
now.
many times you get the tag? None.
Cunt with one leg, no one, you're not getting the tag. Fuck, so you've got a leg to put it on. Aye, mate, that was the same when I was going for the tag, because see, when cunts get to jail and they get told that you've got a tag date, this and that's on like that, tag date, and it does, and see when you're going through, what stage did you get to before you get knocked back, do you remember?
Don't know, man, must have been about 5, mate.
So like one of the last stages, like it was on the governor's desk kind of one?
No, I think it was the one before the governor's desk. I think it was maybe the police that knocked it back.
Oh, was it? Aye.
So.
I actually can do that because intel and all that shit.
Wankers, man.
I know, fucking scumbags. Have you had much hassle after Cotter since you've been out?
Nah, mate.
Nah,
I've just kept my head down, bro.
Better half in it, mate.
Playing low, mate. Know what I mean?
So what have you got lined up for the future then? You get any tunes or collabs and that lined up?
That says, mate, just this EP now, man. I'm just focusing on that. I'm not really doing much features or that now, know what I mean?
So, you know, nah.
It's took me long enough, mate. I've been doing it for how long? I've never done a project once, know what I mean?
I suppose, mate, and plus as well, you're talking about if you've not got a Spotify made up, have you?
No.
I've heard a couple of tunes on Spotify, but I think it was one with Shogun.
I've done tunes on other people's Spotify.
Aye, so you've not got your own?
Aye, nah, defos, man.
Have you got a label or that, like a manager or anything yet? No, have you had any...
I'm thinking about getting that a wee bit of management, man, but I don't know where to start, know what I mean?
Have you had anybody giving you any offers or anything?
No.
Nobody, anything at all?
Nah, mate, no. Well, maybe back in the day, not, but... I just dig him, cunts, mate.
Guys, you don't
really
know
talk to any cunt.
Aye, mad Nigerian prince what to manage you or something like that.
I mean, just if I know people I talk to, man, I probably missed out on all sorts of shit.
No offers, mate. You're fucking got about 10, bro, in your fucking in your requests.
Fucking hell, if I don't know the person, man, I'll not talk to them, really, know what I mean?
Okay, you're better off, especially, mate. You realise...
Don't get me wrong, if it's like fans, like, I'll message fans that, like, cheers, like, if they say, good stuff, that.
Aye.
I mean, but I'm the sort of person to get my way to talk to cunts I don't know.
Aye, it's like mad cunts start talking numbers with you, man. You're like, look, the cunt has got like one profile picture and they post
17 folios, know what I mean?
17 folios and all the fucking CID. Fuck's sake.
Too funny,
Aye,
bro.
fuck, yes, innit? So many tunes you got to put in your EP?
6.
And many have you got recorded now?
I've not recorded any, but I've
you
wrote
got them all
3
set
of them.
out?
I mean, I'm going to record them, I'm going to write them all, and then I'm going to record them, know what I mean?
Nice one. Have you got a date in mind for when you want to release it?
Not really.
Have you known that?
I just
Sometime next year?
go with the flow, mate. Sometime, just after the year.
Just after New Year at some point?
Sometime in January, I'm hoping for.
Good stuff, man. You got to plan a tour off the back it or what?
Probably not yet.
Just see what happens, just one of
yet.
the ones you wait to see what
Just
materialises.
Fuck about me. I'm just going to try and get my money up first, bro. Know what I mean? Suppose the tour would be good, but I need money to put into it first. Know what I mean?
Nah, there's a bit behind it. Hang with who? What kind of are you working with this one producer for it, or is it like different producers that you kind of playing about?
Don't know, mate.
We'll go to that stage, just
go
one.
with the flow, mate.
Nah, mate, I probably just fucking think too far ahead, but you do, you know yourself with fucking life shit.
It depends, mate. Like, some people obviously plan all things and all that. I'm not a planner, bro.
Aye.
I just do things, man.
Probably better off, mate, because then you act on it, and rather than see if you plan shit and it doesn't go to plan, you get stressed out and all that push, and you just miss it.
Disheartened and all that.
Aye.
And I just roll with the punches, bro.
Aye.
Know what I mean?
Better off that way, 100%, mate, 100%.
Defos, man.
2 seconds. 2 minutes, mate, just want to check. What's your plan, so as you say, mate, just getting your EP and that sorted?
EP sorted, man. I want to start doing a bit of merch, I know, I think.
Aye, but like t-shirts and that?
T-shirts and that, man. I'm thinking just something simple, man. It's like a wee padlock or something. Know what I mean? For obviously Lock and Sherlock.
Aye, I like it, mate, I like it.
Maybe simple thing, know what I mean? But as long as it looks nice, can't still buy it.
It gets the brand out there and all, mate. I realised that CD and these t-shirts, man, I just fucking go to these just for a wee fucking investment, mate, a bit of dough.
It's a good logo, bro, know what I mean?
Cheers, mate. I got it for a £5.
Did you?
Mad bird done it, man. But I think she's,
class, innit?
but I think she's heavy undersold herself because I've asked her to do a few more and she's like, nah. Nah, she's not having it. I'm like, I'll give you more. I think it just takes too much time, but mate, it's a cracker, mate. It turned out quite well.
What's the story behind your name? I've always wondered that. Hawaii 5-0.
Well, basically, my nickname's 50, so I get called 50. I've been called that since I was 12. I was bamming up a lassie in school, and I took me and another boy, a boy Lee McGowan, and I was in second year, and I was bamming her up and saying, I've hung a bit of a scheme in Glasgow. Real naff this list of scheme names. Obviously, to bam up, obviously. And then the next day I've walked by on the science corridor and she was like, alright, 50 schemes, who are you fighting for the night? So 50 schemes it stuck, but I hated it. I just didn't like, because it was one of the bam up nicknames, so it wasn't like I got it for being some boy, I got it because somebody was trying to bam us up. So people would call us it, and I would, like, somebody would call me like 50 schemes, I would ignore them until we said Jordan, that's my real name. But then I get my report card back for like the end of second year, and I'd been late 50 times. So cunts were like, that's your name. Then a story came out when I was in P7. I was in the it's always with birds this shit happens, man. Fucking get called so many names. Fucking I was showing this mad lassie, I was like, I've got a 50 pence, I can make it disappear. And I like flung it in my mouth. I meant to throw it under my tongue like that, but I ended up throwing it in tapping my tongue, and then like lift my tongue up, and I choked in it. So I'm like, you know that. So she ran there and get the head teacher. The head teacher ran there and started flaring fuck at my back. And I've just gone, and weighted all her shoes. So whilst this 50 schemes fucking palaver was going on, that story resurfaced. So that was my name. Just
a trio of 50s, mate.
That's it, mate.
Just destined to be, mate.
Mate, it took a few years for me to start accepting it.
Aye.
A couple of years, mate. Like, so imagine a couple of years calling you 50 when you're not accepting it. Cunts would get offended when I'm answering them. I'm like, mate, I'm the man that's offended here, no you. You're getting offended because I'm not turning to you, cunt. But aye, mate, I was always destined for a shite nickname. I used to get called Brains before that.
Brains?
Because I started secondary. At primary school, I was a pure geek and all. See, one of the used to race and finish my work first and all that. Went into first year and that, and then it was like older cunts I get banned up because I was pure white, so they'd call us Brains, like Brains, if I was a zombie. So obviously that started. And then, so the 50 kind of took the heat off that. Then I just sat down and I went like, right, 50 isn't as bad as Brains. Right, fuck it, I'm just going to come to a fucking waypoint here and just settle for it. But so that's where it stems from. Because I remember I started playing a guitar in the jail in Parliament years ago. And that's that guitar, I stole that out of Parliament behind you.
Did you?
Aye. I took it out ways. And I remember I went and gigged and all that shit. And it was like, my pals were doing an EP launch. And I was supporting them, and they wrote like, my name, it was like Jordan 50 Robertson, and I was like, what do I call myself? It's my kind of stage moniker. And I didn't know, I was like, is it 50, is it Jordan Robertson? I'm like, I couldn't settle on anything. And I was trying to think of something catchy, so when I was in Berlin, that time the one before, 2016, I was lying in my bed, you probably get it yourself, lying in my bed like 11 at night, couldn't sleep. And that thought was going in my head, like to call myself, and I was like, 5-0, F-I-V-O. So, because it's like 5-0, 50. So I was like that, and like Eureka, so I wrote that down. Then I ended up just using it, man, when I was doing my page. I ended up start of lockdown, I was furloughed. And I was like, I had all the time in the world, and I'd stopped playing the guitar for ages. And I was like, I seen a quote saying, this can either be the make knee or the break knee. So I was like, fuck it, I'll start playing the guitar again. So I done that and just started putting mad videos up. And I ended up, mate, see, first, I know, this is fucking weird. So I was doing it on my profile pic, my Jordan Robertson, my personal profile. So I was getting all sorts of videos shared, but all of a sudden I started getting all sorts of gay guys trying to make, batter into us. I was like, say, 1,000 odd friends within about a few months, mate. I was 4,000, and it was 90% gay guys for all over the world. Cunts for like the Philippines, cunts for fucking America, mate, or firing in, and mate, it was getting to a point, it was frying my nut, and they would mess me and I'd just delete it. Like dick pics and all that.
Aye.
Like big black guy dick pics, like fucking the size of my arm, mate. I know how birds feel when they get sent a random dick pic, it's bad.
What the fuck?
So I was like, right, it wasn't stopping, and I was like, right, because it was bad, mate. It was like my phone was going ping, it was like pinging 10 times in a minute. So I was getting to a point, I was stressing out because I didn't know who was messaging me. Like, see, one of my pals were messaging me. So I'd go on, there'd be like 10 messages, and I'd need to scroll through them to find the ones that were actually for me.
Getting pure anxiety every time you hear your phone
mate,
pinging.
I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, this isn't stopping. And I just had the idea, I was like, I should just make the most of it and just tell these cunts to share my videos. So I just started, see, every time I put a video up, the cunt would message me, but I mate, just want to share my video, and they go, I need bother, because I obviously want to pump us. So the majority of my first few videos were getting shared like fuck because all these gay guys were wanting their hole.
Mate.
So but mate, it was bad, mate. Like 2, 3 in the morning, I had to put my phone in silent every night. Usually I'd leave it because mate, cunts were trying to FaceTime us at all hours in the morning. FaceTime is I'd answer it, they'd be wanking and all that. Well, I think they were wanking a few times, like I've been out mad waiting to FaceTime, I'm no bam this cunt up. But let's say If I've got the back camera on, that's what as if the cunt.
So they're seeing the back.
So no, they're seeing my face, but I'm seeing the back of their camera.
Oh,
that makes sense.
Aye.
Then I remember one time I answered it, and all I heard was a cunt going, I'm like,
Heavy yodeling.
I think the cunt was chugging. So I'm like, I'm sitting with a pure slot. This cunt's just looking at a video of me slaughtering, fucking mad with it, and then he's having a wank. Weirdos, mate.
Mate.
So that's how my kind of thing was started, but that's where the 5-0 came from. But Hawaii 5-0, I'm mad screw when I was in Pullman, used to call us Hawaii 5-0.
Oh.
And I needed a name, see my Instagram used to be 50 Boy Jordan, and my pals like, you need to change it to 5-0 so cunts know you're the same cunt on Facebook.
Aye.
But 5-0 was taken obviously, and I was like, what can I call myself? And I was like, Hawaii 5-0.
Hawaii 5-0.
And I liked that, so I was like, fuck it, man, I'll just go for that.
Fuck it, man.
That's it, man. Obviously Sherlock, have you always been called Sherlock?
No, mate, can't call me Chrissy.
Chrissy with a K in it.
Chrissy, aye.
Because I knew that lassie that fucking, I used to talk to that lassie, Bird Nicole Matthews.
Aye.
I ended up talking to her for it was ages ago, man. She was saying,
I went to school with her,
she said she knew you, and she said, Chrissy Sherlock, then I seen you pop up on Facebook, so I just knew you as Sherlock. Then obviously when I was in B-Hall, I saw your mention in the showers.
Did you? Aye.
Carved right into the wall.
Standard.
Aye, mate, I'm one of that fucking mad mantras. I don't get a mention, she'll be back to see it, as they say.
That's what every cunt kept saying to me, you know what I mean? I was like, fuck it.
But mate, I've not had a mention since like Pullman, and yet I've been in 2 more times, so it's a lot of shit. Fuck's sake. Doesn't he
Sure,
keep
don't know, mate. If you're going to go back, you're going to go back.
I know, mate. It's like, see the past 2 times, every time I've got to jail, it's been because of gear. Like the first time I stabbed I'd been taking gear. Second time I'd been taking gear, the coppers came through a door, and I couldn't done one of them with an eye on and all that shit, it was piping, and but I'd been taking gear and I phone, get woke up, see still fucked by. Then that time there, I was in a heavy gear habit, like fucking $5,000 debt, taking it every day and all that shit. So I know I just need to stay off of gear.
Fucking, mine's just the booze, mate.
Is it, aye?
Every time I've got any trouble with the screws, it's through drink.
Is it, aye? But have you had much bother with the screws and that you've been mad with?
No pure bad at it, man, but just wild ones, mate.
Right,
I got community, aye, man, when I get community service, mate, I get community service for fucking, he can't owed his money, man, and fucking he's trying to go to the bottom. I'd been up to his door like every day for like a week, that.
Aye.
And fucking couldn't get him, man. It was just his dad kept on answering. One day, man, I was mad at it, and I was like, just coming back from somewhere.
Aye.
I was like, fuck, I'll try his buzzer, man. I've tried the buzzer. And I was like, he's such and such, and he said, no, he's no, I'll get a word to him, but mind, he's been saying this to me like every day for a week, you know what I mean? So I'm like, mate, what? I didn't even get wide or anything, I know what I mean? I'm like, mate, come on, fuck, man. I've coming up for a week, man. You've been saying the same thing. It's no a stupid amount of money, mate. I just want to talk to him, know what I mean? His dad's turned round and I fuck off. Hung a buzzer up, that's not what I mean? So I started getting off man, hanging the buzzer again, he's hung it up again. But I've been going back to the gaff where I create beers.
Aye.
So I've just posted up outside his house, mate, with his beers, man, just whacking beers in the van and just flinging them off the window, just trying to smash the window, but he stays in the tap dancer.
How
so
high up?
Half of them I'm missing, like 3.
Is it one of the 3 ones, like 3 in a block?
So he's fucking, it's like 4, but obviously it's like 3 up.
Like this one?
Aye.
Fuck's sake, man, that's some fucking job you're hitting the window with
No,
that.
I was missing half of them, I was steaming a lot, it means I probably had about 2 of them, I probably flung about 12 and had about 2, right? But long story short, man, my wee pals got me into the close, and a different boys got me into the close. He had like a master fob for all the closes.
Aye.
So I've got in, man, I'm trying to kick the door in, not that. And then fucking, the police have been phoned, and like, I heard somebody at the buzzer, but I'm pure steaming, mate. So I went to the tap close and looked down, and I should have realised it was the police. But I didn't, you know what I mean? So I'm like, who's that? I'll be done in 2 seconds, you know what I mean? I bounced down, it's the couples, man. I've just been huckled straight.
Oh, huckled you, man?
Dirty ones, grass
What'd you
is
get done,
any
mate?
grass. I can't even remember, mate.
Did you ever get your door off?
Community, aye.
Oh, did you, aye?
Aye, mate, aye, and he phoned my pal the next day and done, can I come and give you this money, mate? I don't want to deal with him.
Have you seen that cunt since?
No, I've seen him, like, he stays like across the road for me. This was just across the road from my house, right?
Oh, was it?
So I've seen him, like, running, like, getting after the bus, like the bus stop's like just 2 seconds for his house, literally sprinting for the bus stop into the gaff. No, I mean, every time, mate, every time.
As if the gaff's a pure fortress, if you gotta get into it.
They even got a date into the boy, you know what I mean? But it's funny.
How long ago was that?
Yeah, years ago, man.
Was it? But age were you then, young?
No young. I was about 20, 21 maybe.
Ah,
So
you're
about
what age you now?
3-4 years ago, 25.
Are you 25? Every cunt's 25, man. I'm 29.
Oh yeah, aye.
Mate, I found myself. See, I'm at college, mate, right? And I've just come out of jail, right, and went back to college like a week later. So I've went for a jail for a mad con smoking spice, and now I'm in a classroom full of school wains. So they're all school leavers. There's one lassie that's my age, and she's 32, and the rest are all cunts that literally just left school and came in here.
Fuck's sake.
These cunts are just out of school, and I'm just out of jail.
So like a heavy cradle snatcher, man.
Aye, mate, because I feel myself saying shit like that. Oh, it's like a programme. It was a programme that was on years ago. See, that shit, you're fucking... that used to say, programmes on years
Just
ago.
Just serum heavy like you blanket. You know what I mean?
Like Friends or something like that. Shut up, man. Come on to fuck it then. You feel yourself old as fuck. Telling cunts I was asking for your dad and all that. It's no name, but all that pattern, man. Like, am I old? I'm like, fucking 29. I feel like a fucking dinosaur.
Fuck's sake, mate. Wild, bro.
So, see, when you're younger, did you ever end up involved in like, the gang fighting culture and all that shit?
Every cunt did, but
I suppose, mate, I was part and parcel of it. Who did you used to fight with?
We used to fight with Moulton.
Oh, did you,
The
aye?
back end, aye.
The Carthies, mate. Milton's
We
massive.
fought with Lamb Hill and all, man.
Oh, did you, aye? Is Lamb Hill go to scheme?
Aye, mate.
I always think of Lamb Hill, see that, because there's always new builds there. That's what I always think of Lamb Hill is. Obviously, there must be a pure scheme.
It's behind, see where the shops is? Or behind that.
On Balmore Road?
I see the shops where the billboards are. The billboards are. And there's
Aye,
like a garage.
it's like a garage, aye.
Aye, all behind there, up in the hills, it's all a big estate.
Oh, is
That's
it, aye?
Lamb Hill, know what I mean?
Is it? Because I've only been up there three passing. It's no one of the places I've ever been in.
No. But I hung about Rockhill for a while, no?
Right, but Stein there?
No, it was just boys from my school, know what I mean? I ended up kicking about with them for a while.
Oh, did you, aye?
Yeah, aye.
Decent, man.
It was like seeing football, man. You lend some cunt out, get lent out to Rockhill, and I came back a wee year and a half, 2 years later. Know what I mean?
I was the same when I was younger. I kicked about fucking... I stayed in the Moss sites. Don't even know what's there. It's like Cardonald. It's no far
I
from
went
here.
to college in Cardonald.
Oh, did you, aye? Well, my dad kind of
Popped out of there.
Oh, would you get popped out for boxing?
It was like... I was still enrolled in school, but I went to college.
Aye.
It was like the school didn't want me
Aye,
there.
was it like fourth year or something, and then round the year last year you go to college?
Aye. So fucking my wee pal that was there, my good pal, man. He came in, man. He was like, "Aye, this wee cunt's been fucking bullying my wee sister and that." Know what I mean? So I said, "Oh, fuck's sake!" And then me and Mara, my other boy that was there, Mad Brian, man. Me and him used to get a buzz.
Right.
So see the big like, meter rules, the big steel rules.
Aye.
We were like having a sword fight with him, like, they're still a wee boy, about 17, not I mean, 16. Having a sword fight with him, getting a buzz, man. The lecturers went off his nut and packed us out and sent us home. So I've says to my pal, man, don't worry, I'll go up to school, man, I'll see you this weekend. So I've done bang, I went up to school and it's still been like it's been like halfway through second period, or just second period's just started. So the way I went to Clevedon, so the way that was set up was you got first period, second period, and then third period was Reggie.
Aye.
And then obviously
My school done that when I was still there.
So I get in like maybe quarter way through second period, and I've obviously gotten up, I've went to reception and done college of, mate, this is one of the best things I've ever done in my life, mate. Pure blagged that, I feel belter. I've done college have sent me back to school for a day because I forgot my overalls. I've done alright, no worries, printed me a timetable out, done on you go, man. Into my classes, into halfway through second class, done Reggie and that, man. I've been out, I was a pure puffer in school. I was one of the first cunts in my school to start puffing, know what I mean?
Aye.
So, I've always had bud in school. So I've rolled a joint out the back. I'm asking every cunt, where is this wee cunt? Oh, I don't know, I've not seen him. I've chalked it up to a loss, I've done fuck it, rolled my joint, started smoking my joint. So every cunt knows I'm looking for this wee cunt, but so my wee pals came up to us and done, "Oh, Chris, are you still looking for that wee cunt?" I done, "Aye, where is he?" He done, "He's up there, mate, he's just about to go in the back door." So I've ran up, man, I've noticed the wee cunt. I've just tapped him, I've done, "Are you such and such?" He's like, "Aye." And I've a pure fanny, I know, man, I've done, "Do you know such and such?" And he's done, "Aye." And I've done, "Oh, bingo, man." Whack, smashed his cunt in, bro.
Leathered him.
Heavy, stomped on his nut, not spitting on him and that, mate. It was disgusting. The head of my ear, mate, says it's the most disgusting vile attack she'd ever seen in her life. Know what I mean? So I fucked it straight away because I've done, "Do you know such and such?" So she's been then ripped into school. Like, "Oh, he's fucking just done this and done that." And then I've got her in trouble, know what I mean?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Aye, then I get papped off my college course and kicked out of school.
But for that, how did you get papped out of college? Because that was tied
Because
in?
I was
So you
I was
papped out
still
of school?
enrolled. It was through the school that I done it.
Right. Did you any charges of that come in? Nah.
No.
What happened to the cunt? Was he fucked up or what? Was it just...
He's a woman now, mate.
He's a woman now?
He's a woman now, mate.
He became a woman? Do you think you inspired
I
that?
don't know, mate. I don't know if that correlates or anything, but he's a woman now, mate.
Fucking hell, when did he become a woman recently?
A couple of years ago, I think.
Aye. You still talk to the cunt, no?
No, obviously not. I never spoke to the cunt to begin with.
Try to batter into him. Batter them when he was younger.
Battled
you're
him,
trying to batter into him.
Oh, fried, mate, aye, man.
When did you start puffing? Obviously you said you're puffing in school when I first cunts.
I mean, I started puffing at about 11-year-old, man.
Did you, aye?
Aye, bro.
Fuck's sake, man. See,
So it's my head's how my head's so fried, mate.
you think the green that's done it?
Oh,
What was you
aye,
puffing hash
100%.
obviously to start with, probably?
Hash, bro, aye, and then started bud when I was probably about 13, 14. That's when it first started. Like you go at it, but you didn't get it all the time. Like, there's
Aye.
always hash you got, know what I mean? So then it was a weed, and the weed was just amazing.
Do you still enjoy it?
Oh, I love it, mate.
Mate, see,
love it, mate.
I wish I could puff, mate, but I can't anymore, mate. I get too, I don't know if it's, so I'd go for the periods, mate. I'll come off it, then I'll be smoking it, and then I'll start just pure everyday smoking it. And I only started smoking it a few years ago. Used to take buckets now when I was younger, but cunts would try and wipe you out, so I never enjoyed
Aye.
it. Thought
I
it'd be
used to do it
pure
to
full
every cunt.
creamers and all that, man.
Aye.
First time I
Yeah.
took, on you go.
No, on you go.
First time I ever took a bucket, mate, I didn't know what to do. So see cunts are all pulling buckets, so I would just see them dunk their head down and go blow smoke it. So I was like, I was up next, and I didn't know what to say. I'd never took one, so I was like, fucking try to swagger up, man, I'll take a fucking bucket. And I've grabbed it, and the cunts went and gave us the bottle and say like that's the fucking tap here. I'm trying to think of fucking something I could use.
Yeah.
So, aye, so say right. So say obviously that's the bit where the fucking smoke's coming out, and you grab it like that and shook it. I was like that and doing that. See like that above
Oh,
it.
God,
Aye, because I thought that's what they were doing, and they were all howling, but they weren't telling me what I was doing wrong, so they were just all laughing. I'm like, what's happening here? And they're like, grab it. And I've ended up grabbing it and sucking it, mate, pure water up the mouth and that. See,
kiss the frog, man.
pure sucked it, mate, pure
Okay.
sucked the fucking balls off it, mate, and I was just like that, pure wiped out.
Well done,
But then after that, it was just mate, fucking big creamy buckets, and I was like, I don't like this, man, and it's a pure hash, so it's pure,
Mate, I've actually just made a bucket again not long ago.
Have you, aye?
Aye, bro. I was at my pal's, man. He had made one. He gave us one, man. I took it, mate. I've not been taking them for ages.
Aye.
I stunned out my box, man. That's how I'm making one of them again. You know what I mean? Standard. But
Pure dirty water, that.
I went to B&Q, mate, and I went and get sockets, not, man. But I was planning to do it with one of the AU bottles. I didn't want to just do it, see the AU, the vodka bottles.
But the
I wanted to
metal
do-
ones, the gold ones?
Aye. So I was going to do it with one of them, man, but it didn't work out. But they're fatter bottles, so I've got a fatter socket.
Right.
So then when I fucked the bottle, man, see, because it's like that at the top.
Aye.
So I've tried to break it and it's just came right out. And fucking then I've got the socket I got for fucking the hangman. I've went to put it in a ginger bottle and it's fucking didn't fit it. No,
Oh,
so I need
for
to go
fuck's
back
sake.
to go back up to B&Q again, man.
What a hassle just to get a bucket, so
know,
a bit of
mate.
nostalgia.
I know,
How'd you just get a bong? It's one of the ones get a bean in your bonnet now, like, nah, I'm making a fucking bucket
That's
kit,
fat a
mate.
bucket, mate. Know what I mean?
See, how did you fucking bust the AU bottle?
It's because
Is it made of glass?
Aye?
I thought that was made of metal.
No, it's glass, bro. It's just a mad weird way.
Is it? I've never drank it.
It's like plated, see that gold? It's like a mad plating on the outside of a glass bottle.
Oh,
But
right.
it's no see-through glass, mate. It's like weird, mate.
Right, nah,
It
I've never...
does look like metal. It looks like cast iron or something.
Nah, that's
know
what I
mean?
thought it was. I thought that was the full idea. It was like, also it wouldn't have been real gold, but some kind of thing like that. It was metal, but I don't know why I never done it like that.
Fuck knows, mate. But I tried to hang it. Obviously, I put in it. It was like a drill bit or something.
Aye.
You see, because it's at the top, man. It's like there's the bottle neck going down, and then
Aye.
it just comes out like that, and then goes down.
Aye.
So I've done like that and like brought it up to then like, go down to smash it, and it's just fucking came right out the top, yeah.
Oh, but is it smash the tap yet? Oh, right, don't cut your hand, no?
Nah, mate. Nah, fuck.
Fucking pro at that game, innit?
Aye.
Mate, I ended up, see when I started puffing about a couple of years ago again, it was to get off a gear, but I couldn't roll or nothing like that, so see, trying to get cunts to roll his joints and that, it was brutal. So I was like, right, I'll just make myself a bucket kit. So I've ended up doing it, making one, putting one in my room. So I've ended up, as I say, on it every day, mate. I was taking buckets and then going doing a full shift scaffolding, man.
I used to do that. I was a scaffolder and all.
Oh yeah,
bro.
who'd you work for?
I used to work for the Human Touch.
Human Touch, no, I've not heard that. I was
It's just
SGB.
my
I worked
uncle-
for.
my uncle
Oh,
and all
is it?
that,
Aye,
I
so it was like
mean,
kind of small company.
Aye. I worked with GLBC as well.
Oh, right,
They
aye.
were in Bell's Hall. Cause it wasn't a scaffolding company, but it was a construction company. But we done all the
Scaffolding side.
scaffolding for them, so they didn't have to hire a scaffolding
Aye,
company. know what I
aye. The thing, mate, did you do a part 1 or part 2?
mean? No.
Did you know you get, it was just a labourer getting paid as a labourer but doing all the scaffolding?
Aye, bro.
I was the same, mate, but saying that, I don't blame them for not giving me a part 2. I fucking see a ledger.
I was still just a daft boy, mate, so it was money. No,
That's it.
I was just blowing it out at the weekend, mate, you know what I mean?
Booze money, innit?
It was during my Mandy days, know what I mean? So I was just tripping it, man, out all the time.
Off, mate, could you take some Mandy now?
It's
scary to think of it taking it, huh?
Mate, it gives me the fear, think about it now, mate. We were bad on it, I know.
Oh, buddies, aye?
Yeah, we used to go out on the Friday, mate, and go back in the house about the Wednesday, no?
Off, man. Mate, you shiver thinking about that now. See, back then it was like a pure a challenge.
Don't get me wrong, mate, I wouldn't change it.
No,
I done it, and it was done, and now I've done it, and know what I mean?
I think every cunt's got that in their system. See, like cunts that are boxers and that, like growing up, they don't go out and drink that, they're just training all the time.
And they end up going wild.
Then they get to later years and they end up pure smashing and heavy fucking that. I think you need
to get it out your system, mate.
You definitely was, mate. You definitely
then you're never wondering about it and going, but what was it like? And know what I mean?
Because right now, mate, see if I went out in a 3-day bender for a Mandy, mate, I'd end up in Levendale or the fucking Southern or something.
I'd be dead, mate. I would die, mate.
You couldn't die a hangover, mate.
I can't even take psychedelics not anymore.
Can you? What did you used to take?
I wasn't pure big on it or that, man, but I'd tried acid and all that, but I ended up in the hospital. My old help found me. I was swimming about Firhill Basin and that.
Buddy, aye?
Wildness, mate.
Where did you think you were in? Did you know you were in the water?
Aye, no, I thought cunts were chasing me, bro.
Oh, really, aye?
I thought cunts were chasing me, bro, aye. It's fucked.
But you just yourself and you just jumped in?
Aye.
Fuck's sake, man.
There's another story I'll not get into, man, but I ended up myself and fucking... It's just wildness, mate.
Oh, really, aye?
Crazy, bro.
So was it just the hospital, or did they try and section you in, or did you
No,
realise...
the hospital, no, it was
did you know you were just tripping after it?
Aye.
It wasn't like psychosis or nothing?
No, it wasn't anything like that, no.
Aye.
No, but I was swimming through Firhill Basin, not running through bushes, man. I think cunts are chasing me with kitchen devils, not, and fucking, mate, I end up... Like, my legs had no flesh on them, bro. See, it was like the big thick thorn bushes with the big triangle thorn things.
Aye.
Just running straight through them, bro, thick as fuck. I remember jumping down this big col, mate. It must have been about that steep. But it's like that. But all the sticks are like growing up that way.
Aye.
So I think I'm getting chased. I'm running for my life, know what I mean? So I've just ran to this hill, mate, and just took a heavy leap. And the way I've landed, I've got two like mad holes in my knees, man. The way I've landed, 2 sticks have just done boom, man, right into his and heavy fucked it, mate. I've got knees like a 90-year-old, mate.
Oh, mate, my knees are fucked and all, mate, but I think mine are just for doing the weights and that. So what, did you feel pain at all, no?
Aye, that's what I was saying. So my legs, mate. That's the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. So the next day, they're like, right, you feeling better? I am alright now and all that. You can go home, but we wanted to take a look at your legs first. But you couldn't, they were all like bogging and all that. You couldn't really see them. So they gave me this like hospital grade chibber gel stuff. Pure bland as fuck, no chemicals or that, right? Like, went in, they done, right, wash your legs so we can like, have a good look at them and that, mate. See, the worst pain I've ever felt in my life, mate.
Off pure stinging.
My legs were on fire, bro. Like, that's what I imagine feeling like being on fire would feel like. Know what I mean?
Oh, mate, that sounds fucking gruesome, man.
Oh, it was brutal, mate.
How long did it take for them to heal?
Ages, man.
Did it, aye?
Ages, aye. Like, I've got... You can still kind of see one there. It's like... That was the worst one. It's kind of faded now. See that there?
I can see it, mate. Aye, but it looks like a burn. It looks like a burn or something.
That was like one of the big thick ones, was like wrapped around my ankle, and I remember just doing that and like ripping it off.
Oh,
just hanging down.
fuck's sake, man.
Aye, my legs, man, you can't even see it, no, you wouldn't even be able to tell, but literally, mate, there, you couldn't, no skin, just pure...
Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Were you able to walk after it? Let's see when you were healing. Were you able to still walk? It was just heavy sensitive.
Walk, but it felt as if, man, my legs was just going to gush.
Like, just pure tight.
It was just going to pure bust out.
Pure throbbing, pure tight in that way.
It's wild, mate.
I happened to something not really similar, man. I fucking was mad with it one night. It was a bonny night, and see when the bonfires after it's burned and that, but it's still kind of like wee flaming embers.
Nah.
I get mad with it and try to run through it backwards, and fucking slipped and fucking, man, my first thing I done, put my hand down right into the fucking flame, mate. I was rolling about and that, mate, pure mongo, and you can kind of see some of the fucking, see the skin and that, yeah. It's kind of, mate, it was like, mate, it was disgusting, mate. It was like fucking, they fingers that got it worse, mate. It was just
imagine, bro.
Oh, mate, it was just, it wasn't that sore, like, obviously it was sore when it was burnt, but it was, see, looking at it, mate, it was gruesome.
Something similar kind of happened to one of my pals when we were younger at Bonnie night again, man. It was no how, like, when the mattress burns, it's got that mad, like wire frame thing, know what I mean? So my pal's trying to run through it and he's tripped up on the wire frame and just done boom right into all the embers, bro.
Oofed.
Fucked himself all there, man, pure fucked.
But is it like bad burns?
No, at the time.
At the time it was, aye.
At the time, but luckily it must have not been bad burns and it's all healed, know what I mean? But aye, mate, fuck.
Because mine's that's it cleared up, but at the time you could see everything and did see like you see cunts that have been burnt like, badly and they've got that kind of
It's like shiny
skin. That's what it looked like, but now it's kind of cleared up. You can still faintly see it. But aye, mate, fuck having that in your face or something, man. 'Cause that's you for life.
I know, man.
That's a fucking Instagram modelling career away to fuck.
Fuck that, man. Fuck that.
So see, it was the time you're talking about when you end up in Firhill Basin. Was that the last time you touched acid, or did you take it again after that? Was it? Is that your wake-up call?
Again, mate. Never touched that again. Never even. I think the only thing I've done since then is DMT. And
How was your DMT experience?
Oh, wild, mate.
Do you remember it?
Aye, bro. I was way Melrose, right? So he'd done it a couple of times. And he brought it earlier. I'd said to him I'd wanted to try it. So he's brought it earlier, man. And like, but he's once we done it in the bucket. I don't think you should do it in a bucket.
Oh, aye, that's fucking wild, that.
So he's done his one, man. He's like, don't take too much, right? Like, trust me, don't take
but
too much.
But after he said took his,
he's done. This is before it, right?
That's so not very promising, is it?
He's done his first, right? He's took his bucket and he's just done bang and like, lied down in the bed and shut his eyes. So I've been left to my own devices, basically. So I've done right bang. I'm a greedy cunt, mate, right? I'm greedy, bro. So I've done bang and I've put a good scoop in and I've like, I think that's enough. So I've done bang and put another scoop in. I've done right, I better not take a cunt, that'll do it. Mate, and like, well, my bed was like here, say my bed was here, and there's like my bedside cabinet, so the bucket's on there. This was a couple of years ago now. And I've done bang, man. I've took it. And I've put it down, mate, and see, but as soon as I've put the bucket down, it's hot, mate. It's like, no, it's nae coming on, nae nothing, it's there, bro. And I've done bang, man, like, found my way to the bed, mate, and sat down in the bed. And I'm like, I've shut my eyes, man, and I'm like, trying to get into it, but I can't, bro. There's this like mad metallic taste. It tastes barking, mate.
It tastes like burnt plastic, that.
Aye, bro, it's stinking, mate, and I'm trying to just ease into it, mate, but I'm going, and pure dry bottom, mate. It's fucking me up, right? I'm like, ugh. And I feel weird, mate. And see now, mate, this is what I imagine smack must feel like, bro.
Alright, aye.
It's that intense, mate, right? It put me right off it, bro. I'm not touching that again. Mate, at the time I had like my geometric wallpaper, right?
Aye.
And I open my eyes and I look up, man. And it's just all merging into one, mate. It's like, it's fucked, bro. It's pure floating and all that. And I turned around and I'm like, man, I'm pure paranoid. I know I'm like, man, I can't need an ambulance. And pure close to phoning myself an ambulance, mate. And I'm pure fucked, man. I turned around and I look at Ian, mate, and I shut you up, man. Melrose,
aye.
Mate, he's a Simpsons character, mate.
Shut up! Simpsons character, was it? Can you remember?
Ian, just like Melrose, mate.
So he was a Simpsons
mate,
character
pure
himself.
Yeah, bro.
What?
Pure yeah, mate. It's wild, mate. And then at the end, I shut my eyes and like I seen like the kaleidoscope way.
Aye.
So pure as a mad tunnel of light. But I wanted to talk to the mad people, mate. Mad couldn't say you go to a mad place and talk to like mad other dimensional beings and all that. I wanted to do that, mate. Know what I mean?
Did you not get a chance to? Was it just the one bucket you done?
Just the one.
Because I think, mate, it's powerful shit as you realise yourself, mate. You don't need that much.
No,
but
I think I took too much, mate.
I done it. I tried it in the bucket once. The boy gave me said try it in the bucket, but see, because you would need to do like 3 hits.
Because you're supposed to. I've heard of that before. Like, you're supposed to feel as if you're gonna die, and you need to try and push past it or something. So
it's like, see, like, I've got a wee pipe in there that I used to take. It's like a rubber pipe, and like I'll breathe in as much as I can. So I'll light it with the flame, and then see when you suck the pipe, it kind of burns the embers a bit. So you suck it in, fill your fucking lungs up, then hold it, and try and squeeze to the top of your head, and then just hold it. Then until you get to a point you're fucking ready. Like, you can't breathe anymore. Blow it out. Take a big breath, then do another one. But see, by the time you do the second one, mate, the third one, you need to get some kind of hold it for you, because you can't distinguish where it is. You're all over the place, and there's all sorts of mad shit happening, rainbows and that run about you. But I tried it with the bucket that way, and see, you're taking the bucket, then you're holding a full bucket full of smoke, and you're blowing it out, then you're trying to take another one. You're basically taking 3 buckets in a row, so you're like, see, by the time you go to the second one, mate, you're fucked. You've not got a long left in you, man.
Did you ever try that salvia?
No, the fuck,
We tried it, man. It was so wild.
What happened to your time?
I just laughed, mate. I felt as if I nearly took my clothes off, man, because I felt as if itchy, as if there was like bugs in my clothes and all that.
Really,
You know what I mean? But I remember like we were smoking a normal joint at the time. I know, right? It was a pipe. We done the salvia through the pipes. I've done bang, man. I've took my pipe and I've just like kind of started like laughing and that, and then somebody's like passed me the joint. I'm trying to smoke the joint, mate, and I can't smoke the joint for laughing. I'm got to try and take a drop, mate, and I don't know what I'm laughing at, but I'm just howling, mate. And I must have been sitting with the joint for about 3 or 4 minutes just laughing, man. Eventually somebody just came out and took the joint off me, mate.
So you're only counting with smoking the salvia?
No, every cunt was smoking it.
Oh,
know what I
they
mean?
just came out of it like he's at a joint?
like, obviously it comes in like waves. So
right.
that you'll have like your 5-10 minutes, however long, and then you'll be alright, know what I mean?
Alright.
So, but one of my wee pals tried to jump through a wall.
So would they jump into like a concrete wall?
It was like it was in Roanoke to put Rockall, mate, and it was called the factory.
Aye.
It was like this old like disused factory, right? And we used to go in, and we used to sit in like the toilet bit. So it was like this old building, and it was all like forest. It was like overgrown and all that. But then in the wall there was like these double doors.
Aye.
You opened the double doors, and it was like a set of stairs with like a ladies on the left and a guys on the right. So we used to sit in suck buckets on the stairs, and we used to go on it there and that, right? But in the wall, man, there's like a mad ledge, and it's like, you know what I'm talking about? It's like a wall, but there's like a square at it, but it's still wall. So it looks like a windy, but it's like a wall.
Oh, right,
Know what I mean?
aye.
So
aye.
he's been tripping and thought it's a windy, man, and tried to jump through it, mate. Just smashed his.
Did he? Did knock his cell out?
My wee pal thought he was a crab, mate. Started walking sideways.
I've heard that cunt smoke. When I was younger, I was parrot to smoke shit like that. I heard the cunt thinking, smoking it and sitting and thinking the cunt they're sitting with is trying to kidnap them and all that
Aye.
shit. Then a few of my pals at the time, they smoked it and they were standing in grass and they thought the grass was growing out of their feet and all that shit. And I'm like, fuck, take that shit, man.
I've heard that. The first time I ever heard about it, man, was fucking... Some cunt told me that somebody smoked it and thought they were a cat and started meowing. Meow! Meow!
Fucking cat burglar, man.
Too funny, man.
Did you ever get any mad trips like that, smoking it? Or did you just laugh when you're on it?
I'm not really... It takes a lot for me to hallucinate, bro.
Does it, aye?
I'm not really a hallucinator, man.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I need to take a rule out. Like, see, even like Mandy and all that. Like,
Aye.
I just used to go that mad trippy way. Like, I never used to see shit or like hallucinate. I was like, my pals, man, would be sitting. I remember my good pal, we were sitting by the time we were on it for about 2 days, 3 days at this point. And it's just me and him sitting in the living room in a scarf we're in. It's like a corner couch, man. And he turns into me, pure straight face, and he goes, Chrissy. I go, aye, bro. He does, I don't know if I'm fucked or what, mate, but I'll be sitting on a motorbike, you know. I'm like, no, bro, we're sitting in a gaff in a living room on a couch.
Have you never got like that? No,
Nah, mate.
A few times you think you're somewhere else. It's like weird. You're sitting that man, chewing your jaws to fuck.
I've
Like
never-
sitting that way, you've got the fingers crossed and your legs are going like fuck.
I do that, no, but I don't trip, mate. I know where I am. I just really fucked.
It's sometimes it's not really have man there. It depends on the man. They mostly have eckies. I'd get at.
Even on Eckies, nah, man.
Nah.
Just
Probably
trippy.
because I think because your brain must be get used to it after a while. See, like if you've been puffing for a young age and that shit, I think the brain just gets used to it. See, when I was puffing like fuck yeah. Answer that if you need to, mate. You can just
alright,
kick
bro,
it
that's
out.
cool.
Hang me. Aye, mate. See if I'd be. See when I was puffing like fuck that, mate. I'd be taking like mushies and shit like that, and it would take a fair bit to give me. Like get me into it, but now see if I even take like a wee 0.2 mushies I make those, I feel like my fucking bush.
Nah, I've never tried mushrooms.
You should try them, see microdosing, mate.
See, I don't like mushrooms, mate. That's what's always put me off.
But just mushrooms
Just
yourself.
mushrooms, mate. I hate it's my worst food, bro.
You
I
can
hate
mix
them.
it with something, but you can fry it
Can
in a
make
pot
like
of
mushy
sauce.
tea and all that, I know.
I've got mushy tea in there.
Have you?
An
aye?
actual mushroom tea. It's weird, you can't make
Well,
it.
like trippy mushroom tea.
There's a gram of mushrooms in a tea bag. I can't sentence it, mate. I can't Pure Dead Magic Company shout out, mate. Couldn't Instagram. I watched one of my videos. It was a video me and my pal Ravy we done with fucking the Island Boys. I'm mad fucking Paddy's Island Boys. I couldn't watch that and he was like, have you been tripping on mushrooms? I was like, no, I wish or something. And he messages like, I'll send you some mushrooms. So he sent his mushrooms.
Tried them.
Magic ones, and he sent us a tea and all, but I've not tried the tea. But the tea apparently, you can't make it's not like a cup of tea made with a kettle. You need to make it in a pot, you need to boil the water, then let the water cool down a bit, then throw it in and all that shit, but there's like a gram in each tea bag. But the thing with see with the mushies, you can put, like, sometimes see if I'm eating them, I'll eat them with a bar of chocolate. See, to take the taste away.
You know, that mad slimy way, you know.
No, they're dry.
They're dry.
Because they need to be dried out, because sometimes if you get them, might be wet, but...
So I've never really seen like them here, man, but the ones in the dam, man, they were all like pure slimy, like mad grey slugs.
See, the thing is with that, but see, if they're damp, that adds more weight to them. So see if you dry them out, like, say if you get like a half quarter,
getting more
dry
for
it
your
out.
money.
So if you dry it out, it's like fucking weed if you get wet weed. If you dry it out, it's like 2 gram. But mate, apparently Scotland's one of the best places in the world for picking magic mushies.
Like natural ones that just
Natural
grow.
ones,
I've heard there a couple of people going like mushy picking and that.
Mate, I think the season's just finished.
I went to Lassie, man, her brother used to do it.
Oh, but pick mushies,
He used to go and pick mushies, bro.
Legend. Mate, you should try, see even, because see what a lot of cunts do is microdose. It's no like, to trip on mushies you need about upwards of 2 gram. Microdose is like 0.2. So it's like a 0.2.
So what does it do then?
It's just, mate, you just feel amazing. It's like taking an eckie, but it's not that trippy fucking out your nut way. You just feel pure, see that way you fucking feel amazing.
Just vibing.
It's like taking a natural patsy, you just feel dynamite, but it's none of that chemical, it's it feels so natural. It's like a heavy good joint.
So I've heard that cunts like microdosing like LSD and that.
I think it's kind of similar to that, because I've got my tablets in there, 1PD, they're apparently like microdosing LSD. They're quite good, but as I say, mate, I used to take them like every couple of days and that, just I'll have a pure, it's like you have a good day, you just feel amazing.
But I took it in a pure good mood.
But recently I took it and I felt like my nut. But I think it's because I've been off everything.
No tolerance to it, bro, know what I mean?
That's it, mate.
See when I came out and I first started like puffing that again, bro.
Were you wasted?
Oh, it was amazing, mate. That was amazing.
Because, mate, a few times, see when I was puffing and I came off it for about a week, then whatever reason I went back on it, it was like the first joint was just pure bliss. Like, why did I stop smoking this?
It's like you're a wee boy again, man, just getting stoned for the first time. That I remember the first time I got stoned, man, obviously, we were doing the buckets, man, and we were usually in a close, know what I mean?
Aye.
So it was down Trossel Street. I've had a couple of buckets in a close start, man. I've walked back out, mate. I just remember thinking I was going to float away. Seen that was it, and I just looked up and seen like, it was nothing above me. I was just like, man.
Pure para.
Aye, mate, too funny, bro.
Do you hit badgings of that one again or not?
No?
Date, mate, it's weird, mate.
After the one and only time, mate, was no long after I first started smoking the bud. And it was actually no long before it was the night I get caught puffing weed for the first time. Aye, because my pal get caught with a quarter at a hash in school. We were going to go and sort of cut our buckets, and then obviously I get roped in with him, man, because it was like whoever was with him, like they knew it was ours, so they get my ma up to the school, mate, and the teacher was like basically saying, "Oh, your son's smoking drugs or not?" My ma went offering up with the teacher, mate, ready to batter the teacher and all that.
Did she, aye?
Fucking say that about my boy, is he? Fuck no. But I'd been puffing for about 2-3 years at this point, right? So, like, my ma never. Once that happened, she must have started like, looking out for it.
Right.
Know what I mean? So then the next time I went in pure stoned at my box, she's clocked it. But only what came, mate, I'm like, it's the only time it's ever happened, man. I've been walking through and I've been pure stoned at my nut, and it's pitch dark. It's like 11:30 at night, and I'm walking through the Langa path in Corder.
Aye.
So it's like in woods and all that, no light,
Aye.
there's no like street lights or anything. It's like a pure dark path. I'm walking through, man. I just remember I was 13, man. I'm pure stoned, about 14 maybe, pure stoned at my nut, and I'm walking through this path, man, and I'm just shouting, "I swear if any cunts here, you better not come to me. I've got a blade, man. I'll stab you. I don't give a fuck." No, and I'm just saying all this walking through the path.
If you're para, you're not.
Too funny, mate. Then obviously I got in the house, man. I get caught puffing for the first time. And obviously my ma went through all the thingies, shouted at me, not, and then my ma's quite funny, but right, so she started trying to bam us up after a while, and she's trying to like make me go para, not, and she's going, doing all that, know what I mean? I'm like, Matt, doesn't look like that. Leave me to make my micro pizzas.
So how did you end up hitting your badging? But was it walking through that mad path? You're saying the first time you hit a badging? The only time?
Aye, with a bud.
Aye.
I was walking through the path.
Oh, was that the time?
That was the time, man.
Aye, mate, I get that from fucking normal. Like that. Fucking some cunt's going to try and rob me, pure grown man. Like, as if some cunt, like, most likely somebody's going to rob you, they're either a pure skinny junkie cunt. And I'm like, but who the fuck's going to try and rob me, fuck's sake? But you're still like that, pure looking about on edge, you know that?
Mate, I struggle with that all the time, mate, but I just don't really bother about it anymore, because anytime, mate, I'll be want to meet somebody and it's just that wee voice, "He's going to rob you.
Aye.
That's a setup. You know what I mean?
Do you think it's green?
Maybe,
It
bro.
must play a
I
part.
just ignore it now, mate. You know
Ah,
what I mean?
better half in it, mate.
Aye.
It's thing, mate. And it's weird, I've got pals and that, mate, and they smoke green, and like you mentioned, you ever hit a badge and like that. No, like the concept of it is pure alien. Yeah, I've fucking probably hit one every fucking week when I was smoking. Every couple of days, man.
It just, I think it just suits me, I think. Because of the ADHD and all that. Like without it, mate, I'm done, man. I'm jumping off it was.
Really, are you?
Oh, I'm energetic as fuck, mate. So that kind of mellows me out, man, and brings me down to a level, I think, know what I
It's
mean?
better than microdosing meth anyway, innit,
Exactly,
man?
bro, exactly. I'll take that instead of the pills, mate, any day,
better
know what I
half,
mean?
mate. You end up on a pills, mate. You end up with a fucking pure... What is it, a thing, mate? Like an addiction? What is it, a dependency on them?
Aye.
You know what I mean? I'd rather fucking smoke a joint, because at least... Do you feel if you smoke a joint, it helps you write tunes?
100%, mate.
Defos, man.
I don't like writing tunes sober, man.
It's like...
You know what I mean?
See, when I was puffing, it makes you think of fucking outside the box and see if you're thinking of lyrics and that kind of shit. But see, times I've stopped puffing, I'm like that. If I'm trying to write a tune, I'm like that. If I smoked a joint, I'd be able to write this or something. And it's the worst voice ever because it's like it's almost like that wee addictive voice that tells you no, you need it kind of thing.
Aye.
But it's fucking. That's a few times I'm hitting pure writer's block. I'm like that. But it's hard for. I just end up smoking it and there's no stomach for me, man, and I just get fucking sick of it. So then I just try and avoid it.
I'm constant, mate.
Like, mate, see if I was still enjoying it, I'd be doing it every day. I stopped enjoying it, but I only started. I think I've noticed we cunts, see, they've puffed when they were young, they're able to keep puffing it and be alright. So I think it's just because I've only just started the past few.
It's just it. So I'm 25 now. I started puffing at 11. I've been smoking for 14 years, know what I mean? So
You've been smoking.
I've been smoking that majority of my life.
That's it. You've been smoking more than you've been smoking.
Know what I mean? So just used to it now, I think.
Oh, fuck it, why stop? But plus, if it helps you, I know, man, it's got fucking positives.
Nah.
Defos,
I
man.
think I as a positive thing for me, so I think I would just end up in trouble with it.
I know.
Probably drink more, and then the drinking more would lead to trouble more. And, know what I mean?
I've noticed that, mate. See, when you're fucking puffing, mate, see when you come off it, you need to fill that void. And see if you're no boozing, you're doing something. I stopped puffing, I started eating. Eating a power, I was just eating for the sake of just eating. Because you're just here puffing, it's like a wee thing, it's a wee ritual you do every day. You go for a walk, you get a joint, and that's, if you take that away, your mind looks for something to replace that way. And if you're no boozing, it's always something.
Yeah, I've got a pure addictive personality.
Same, mate. It's horrible, innit, man?
It's hardcore, man.
It can be good, see if you get into something good, man, but more often than not, it's all the bad shit you get into.
Mate, I don't really get any good things. It's all bad shit for me.
It's always up to no good, innit?
No, I mean, that's what I fucking do.
Aye, batter in, mate. I was just about to fucking wind down anyway, mate, unless you want to fucking promote it.
Gig on the 9th. Room 2, I've already spoke about it, but get your tickets. Boom, boom.
That's
EP.
it. That's Sherlock trips.
EP's gonna be out sometime in January. Fingers crossed. Buy that. Bang, bang. Follow up the Instagram. Sherlock_GLA.
Aye, I'll stick that in the description. That'll be down there if you're watching this now.
Bang, bang. Get it done.
Get down.
If you don't, your dad's your man.
You battered them in school.
Your daddy got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, cheese.
Boom.